Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I just want to make a quick video talking about the upcoming Odin 2 Mini. This is a handheld I feel is going to be absolutely fire, and I feel like it's going to be a very popular handheld. So we finally got all the information. We got the pricing, we got the different models, we got all the specs. So today I just want to make a video putting everything together so you guys can get a good idea about what this handheld is all about. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get straight into it. I want to talk about the Odin 2 real quick. The Odin 2 is an absolutely amazing device. It is absolutely the best handheld on the market right now. I feel like it has the performance, it has amazing battery life, Android 13, excellent controls, and everything between. Everything you'd probably want from a handheld, the Odin 2 delivers, except one thing. And it's basically the only thing that people really complained about with the Odin 2, and the reason a lot of people sold their Odin 2s, and that's because of the size. So of course, with that massive 6-inch screen and just the big body of the Odin 2, it is a little bit on the larger side. I do personally have one. I have this blue model, and I love my Odin. I wouldn't sell it. I think it's perfect. However, I can understand that the size is not for everybody. It is absolutely a big boy. So AYN, I feel like they've heard the feedback from the community and they've delivered. And here we have the Odin 2 Mini. So I want to talk quickly about the inspiration of the design. Obviously, this is heavily inspired by the PlayStation Vita. I have a quick image right here just so you guys can reference it, and we can do a side-by-side comparison between just the black and the white. So here we have both. So if you look at them side by side, you can see obviously the original PlayStation Vita was D-pad centric, where the Odin 2 Mini is not, which is nice to see because this thing is rocking the same exact processor as the Odin 2. That Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, it's an amazing processor. And yeah, these are not no baby joysticks that you find on the PlayStation Vita. These are about mid-range joysticks, just like the Odin 2. They're not Nintendo Joy-Con sticks, but they're not full-size sticks either. They're somewhere in between, which is really nice. Taking a look at the body of the device, as you can see, it's nice and round and ergonomic, but it's also flat on the back, and it has these beautiful crystal buttons. Oh my goodness. So obviously this doesn't have the PlayStation buttons. It does have XYAB in a Xbox layout, which is pretty interesting. However, I just love these buttons. Let me give you a quick close-up, and here they are. My goodness, you see how round this is? Oh my gosh, absolutely amazing buttons. And this is a huge upgrade over the Odin 2. I'm not crazy about the way the Odin 2 buttons look, but these buttons, oh man, they did a great job, phenomenal job. Obviously we're gonna have to wait for reviews to see what these actually feel like, but just from looking at them, man, they look good. And yeah, so we also have like this these look like transparent kind of shoulder buttons over here. Not fully transparent, but they're slightly transparent, which is really nice to see. So I want to quickly touch on price. So the black model actually comes in both base and pro, but the white model is pro exclusive. So if you like this colorway, you're kind of forced to get the pro. Unfortunately, it is what it is. I like both. They look great. If I had to choose one, I'd probably go with the white model just because it looks so clean, but it might get dirty over time, so I don't know. Let's go over some of the marketing really quickly. So here we have, this is the Odin 2 on like a thing, Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. So the base is going to come with 8 gigabytes of LPDDR5 RAM with 128 gigabytes of internal storage, and the Pro model is going to come with 12 gigabytes of LPDDR5 RAM and 256 gigabytes of internal storage. The screen is mini LED, which is really interesting. Some people are comparing this to OLED, which is similar, not exactly. We also get Android 13 just like the Odin, and here's a big difference between this and the Odin 2. This will actually have a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. So if I go to the Odin 2 page really quickly, have a look at this. The battery on the Odin 2 is 8,000 milliamps. Now it's kind of a big difference. There's 3,000 milliamp difference between the two, but we're gonna have to see how it holds up because the screen is 1 inch smaller and it has the mini LED, so it may be comparable to the Odin 2. I don't think so, but who knows. But we'll have to wait till we see some reviews to see how the battery compares to the Odin 2. Of course, as mentioned before, we have that Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. Amazing processor, top of the line processor, Android processor. And now let's talk about this mini LED. So this is a 1080p panel, just like the Odin 2, except it's on a 5-inch screen. Basically what that means is that the image is going to look even more crisp because you're squishing 1080p just down 1 more inch, and the screen's going to look brilliant. Now if we look at some of the benefits of mini LED technology, we see here this 1,000,000:1 contrast ratio, as shown right over here. So you can see here what this looks like in comparison to a standard kind of panel. It looks near OLED. We also get extremely good brightness. This is 1010 nits. This is going to look really, really good in broad daylight. So this may be a great handheld to take outside and play outside. Not only this, but from the marketing we see right here, the color reproduction looks stellar. We have a very vivid, very saturated image over here. Colors pop. They look great instead of this like kind of muted image on this side. Oh my god, I'm excited to see what this screen actually looks like in person. This is one of the things that they're marketing. It does weigh a lot less than the Odin 2. As compared with the Odin 2 right here, we can see it is 100 grams lighter. Now that's going to be a significant difference in hand. Now I've never felt like the Odin 2 was really heavy. I feel like it weighed appropriate for its size, but for people who don't like heavy devices, this is going to be great. And you can see a side-by-side of the size of the Odin 2 Mini compared to the Odin 2. So here we can see some of the other specs. We have Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.3, as mentioned before, Android 13, active cooling, same thing as the Odin 2. We got Hall sticks, so we won't have to worry about developing stick drift or anything like that. We got analog triggers for L2 and R2, and of course we have the beautiful front-firing speaker, which is nice to see. So here's a different angle at the white, and man, I gotta say this looks amazing. Look at that panel. Looks super, super, super good. Now we're gonna have a quick look at the I/O. So up top, we got our L2 and L1. We got our micro SD card slot, micro HDMI. We got our volume rocker, a LED light indicator, power switch. I don't know if this has a fingerprint sensor, from what I can tell. And then R2 and R1. Over on this side, we have our joystick, we have our D-pad, home button, back button, we have our ABXY, right joystick, start and select over here, which is kind of interesting compared to on the Odin 2 where it was before. So the Odin 2 had the start and select buttons up top. The Odin 2 Mini is going to have them under the right joystick, which is kind of interesting. And then finally on the bottom, we have a 3.5mm headphone jack and a charging port on the bottom, USB-C of course. Now on the back, so we have this anti-slip TPU mat, which is kind of interesting. We have an inlet and some fan holes. And as I mentioned before, the back is pretty much flat, except for here it's kind of rounded, but it's not shaped like the Odin 2, where the Odin 2 was like ergonomic. So this is more of a kind of round on the sides and flat on the back kind of device. So yeah, this is the full spec sheet. You can have a look at this. USF 4.0, super fast internal memory. You still have 65-watt quick charging as well, which is really nice. You're also getting a coupon. We'll get back to this, but you can see they have $230 coupons. We have $315 coupons and unlimited $10 coupons. So you're gonna save a little bit of money here and there. Nothing crazy, but yeah, $339 for the base model, and the Pro model is $399. I did also want to mention really quickly, I know some people were asking for a higher refresh rate on their Odin. This is still going to be a 60 hertz panel. So for anybody wanting, anything higher than that, 120 hertz, it's not going to happen. We're getting 60 hertz on this device. Just thought I'd mention because I know that's something that some people were concerned with. So yeah, I want to go back to this page and talk about when pre-orders start. So this is Chinese time right here. Right over here, this is what we're concerned with. May 20th, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. For those of us on the East Coast, I did a quick conversion. I am in New Jersey, so this is going to start at 9:30 p.m. for us on May 20th. So May 20th is Monday. Monday at 9:30 is when this is going to start. So yeah, this is pretty amazing news. I think the price is fair. You're going to have the same performance as the Odin 2 in a smaller form factor, which a lot of people wanted. It's got great design, very heavily inspired by a PS Vita. Can't wait to see what this thing actually looks like in person. This mini LED is kind of exciting. This is the first of its kind for retro handhelds. I haven't heard of another device that has this screen technology, which is really nice. But yeah, that's going to be it for me in this video. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think of the price? What do you think of this device? Is this something you're going to pick up? Are you excited for this? Let me know in the comment section below. For those of you guys who made it to the end of the video, I want to say thank you so much for watching. My name is Javi, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.